Hello, hello, wherever you are on this marvelous planet called Earth. I hope you are having a transcendent day, evening, night, wherever you are located. I'm going to be giving my opinion of the movie Wonder Woman 1984. I can't give any spoilers out because the movie has been out for a month. I've just now got around to watching it. Now, the thing about me, I feel, unlike some of the reviewers, I feel that I can review this movie. And I'll tell you why. I was reading comic books in the 1980s. And I think I recently stopped in 2010. I just stopped reading them. So I was reading comic books for many, many decades. I began officially reading Wonder Woman when she was remade. You know, after the DC Comics remade the DC Universe after Crisis of Infinite Earth. And I loved Wonder Woman then because they made her so much more connected to to those Greek gods. She had like a real history. Prior to that, the Wonder Woman was made out of clay. It didn't feel like she was connected to those gods too much. She was just given some abilities like Captain Marvel, strength, speed, stuff like that. But she never was connected to those gods. When she was remade in the 1980s, she had a deep connection, to those Greek gods. And even in this movie, she's still, in her two movies that she's been out, she's been connected to those Greek gods. She's connected to them. One way or the other, no gods didn't show up in 1984, but there was an artifact in the movie that was enchanted by a god. But no gods. It just was an enchanted object given by the gods that a human being used. Now, I'm not going to try to get no heavy spoilers, even though I'm sure you probably seen it. But I just want to give my take on what I loved about the movie. Now, if I had to give the movie a grade, I would give it a C+. It felt like, like the Christopher Reeve Superman movies. It felt sort of corny like that. In a good way. A good corny. Because Wonder Woman, she can't be like Batman, dark. She can't be like Superman or Loaf from Humans. They have her more in the tradition of the Linda Carter Wonder Woman from the 1970s. That Wonder Woman was grounded in humanity. She wasn't hiding in a cave. She wasn't at her fortress of her special fortress in the Arctics. The Wonder Woman in the 70s she was grounded, and this Wonder Woman, she's grounded. That's what I loved about this Wonder Woman movie. That's one good thing about it. The first Wonder Woman movie, she wasn't grounded with humanity because she was on that island all her life. In this movie, she knew human people. She had human friends. She had human acquaintances. She talked to people on the job. She called her people by name. She called Carl by name. And none of the Superman movies, especially with the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, even though he was a reporter, he never said he had a relationship with any of the people who he worked with. This Wonder Woman, what's her name? Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. She has a relationship with humans. She has a job that she wants. She's not doing a job to hide among humans. No, she wants to work in the museum. I'm not going to tell you which one, but she's in D.C. So in D.C. is only one major museum. But she worked there. So that's a good plus about the movie. So I give that a plus. It was grounded. And it was grounded with people, yeah. The movie was really a human-centered movie. Yeah, yes, it had fight scenes and all of that. And I'm going to get into the fight scene. The cheetah movie. I love how they introduced cheetah in the movie. It wasn't some mystical herb like in the comic books, some mystical cheetah herb or nothing like that. She wanted to become a powerful person, and that's what's her wish, to become a powerful individual. No magic stone. Well, she did get from a magic stone, but you get my point. She didn't have to take no special herb. She had to go see some shaman. She had to do that. No, she made a wish. She wanted to be better. And bam, she became Cheetah. I can live with that. Because now the main villain of the movie, he wasn't even really a villain. The Max, see, now that was a departure from the typical super villain that these movies have. The guy was no real villain. I never saw that before in these superhero movies. He didn't go around killing people. I think he's the only so-called villain I never saw him kill a person. Maxwell Lord did not kill, from what I saw in the movie. Maybe I could be wrong, but he did not kill one human being. He did not go around killing or insulting anyone. He didn't even insult nobody. He just said, "You want this? Have it." I ain't gonna tell you what I mean by that. He just said, "You want this? Have it. Tell me what you want." That's all he said. I give it to you. So that's another plus right there. Every movie has to have a main villain. One person. No, this one had two. Now these two wasn't even truly villains. Cheetah wasn't really a villain. She ain't go around. She did hurt somebody early on, but the person hurt her when she had no powers. So she did hurt somebody, but somebody told her to stop, and she stopped. So she ain't try to cut somebody's head off. She was not vicious. So there wasn't even no vicious villains in the movie. You know, in every superhero movie, and I ain't gonna name the names. I ain't gonna name no names. Every superhero movie, the villain is a real villain. He's vicious. She is vicious. She's a cold-blooded killer. All the movies like that. The protagonist, he or she will kill, but not in this Wonder Woman movie. So that's why I said it felt like the Christopher Reeve Superman. But he had some bad opponents in that movie too. But it felt like it really felt like 1994. Yeah, it really felt like they made it for 1994. 1994, they didn't show certain people kissing on the TV. 1994, people wasn't going around on television sets using the H words like they are now. 1994, they ain't show the students ain't show the child cussing with the parents like some movies do, or getting smart with the parents. So this Wonder Woman 1994, it really took place. It really had the 1994 themes. Now, the only thing I didn't like about the movie, the Wonder Woman, she seemed weaker than the Wonder Woman who I know in the comic books, but I know why. It's a reason why she got weaker. It's a reason. But I did enjoy how they brought Steve Trevor back. I don't get no spoilers on how they did it, but he was not no figment of her imagination. He was not a hologram. He didn't come from eating a special herb. Nobody didn't knock upside the head. No, that was truly the essence of Steve Trevor. And that was beautiful. No hocus pocus, no magical, no mumbo jumbo. His essence was really there. And I'm not going to tell you what I mean by essence. You have to see the movie to figure out what I mean by essence. But in her mind, it was him. He ain't had no regrets about the past. He knew that he was dead. See, he didn't forget that. He just said, when he remembered he was in the plane and it was lights out and that's it. That's all he said. But he was truly Steve Trevor. Truly. I'm not going to say no more about that. Now, the highlight of the movie for me was when Wonder Woman learned that she could fly. That made my heart patter right there, because when they remade her in the 1980s again, she could fly. Like, in 1970s, she had to use that invisible jet. And I like in this movie, there is an invisible jet in the movie. And it's not quirky or phony. She gonna explain, if you see the movie like I did, she will explain how she made the jet invisible. And you can say, wow, that makes sense. She's gonna tell you how the jet become invisible. So I like how they incorporate that in it. But I said the highlight for me is when she learned how to fly. That took me back to 1980. Because I said in the 70s, if she wanted to fly, she had to use that corky, dirky, invisible jet that don't make no sense. But even though the movie had an invisible jet in it, it made complete sense. It did. But when I saw her flying, when I saw her learn how to fly, I said, wow, they made her into the actual Wonder Woman. Because, in the first one of the movies, I think she was just learning her powers. I was upset that she couldn't fly there. I said, damn. Didn't even want to make her fly like in a comic book. So, but if she's in World War II, and she's back in that World War II era, why do they need to make her fly? I guess it didn't make no sense then. He said, let's keep it simple. And then when she learned how to fly, it was like near the end of the movie. So that's what I said. So all in all, in my mind, I give Wonder Woman a C. Because I think I gave it a C because we're so used to most superhero movies following a set pattern. We used to seeing part number 1 happen. We used to see number 2 happen. Number 3, number 4, number 5. No, this movie seemed to have broken away from that. 1, 2, 3, 4 thing. Like I said, it was a movie of the heart. Yeah, basically a movie of the heart. There was no hatred in the movie. There was no cuss word in the movie. And the only killing that I saw was when a person said, I wish you dropped blank. But nobody was really killing each other the way we said. Because we said that, people say that all the time. They said, I wish you dropped blank. And then a lady dropped blank. Because of a certain power Maxwell Lord acquired. But other than that, it was a movie on love. It was a kid-friendly, family-friendly movie. No one got killed. I'm talking about not in the main sense of the word of killing. All right, so thank you for stopping by. If you have any comments to make about the movie like I have, please put them in the comment section. Until my next movie review or TV show review, peace.